Hey, thank you so much for checking the channel out. My name is Agabus, and in today's video, we're going to take a look at bankruptcies happening across the U.S. Some would say that's dangerous. Some would say not to worry. We'll take a look at a couple of different articles here today. Thank you so much again for checking the channel out. If you like what you see today, please drop a like or a comment or a subscribe if you like the content and want to see more of it. Getting right into the first article we have from the Crypto Times. Not only crypto, but overall bankruptcy filings crosses dangerous levels. The indicator suggests that the current bankruptcy filing level is the same as the Great Recession of '08 and the 2020 pandemic. Let's take a look. While the inflation rate and recession are rising, a recent report that surfaced on the internet says that the number of bankruptcy filings has surged to a dangerous level, which is not just limited to the crypto space. According to Twitter, or I should say X now, whale chart bankruptcy filings surged to dangerous levels not seen since 2020 and 2008. The indicator suggests the economy is not performing very well. The indicator suggests that the economy is not performing very well, and you can see that graph here. The indicator shows a crunch in the global economy as this year witnesses record high bankruptcy in small to mid-sized private businesses and banks. Like earlier in the year, we saw Silicon Valley Bank, Signature Bank, and First Republic Bank file for bankruptcy. The indicator here stipulates that at this level, a massive stock market crash and financial instability has followed in the past. Will it in the future? We shall see. To piggyback off of this is from the visualcapitalist.com. U.S. corporate bankruptcies in 2023, as you can see, are on pace or competing for some of the highest levels we've seen in quite some time. We are way over here on the right, and these filings are as of July. As of July, we are on pace for some of the highest bankruptcies in the last, what looks like 13-ish years. And this first article we have is from theguardian.com. The Guardian says, yes, bankruptcies, as we showed, are on the rise in the U.S., but most importantly, there's no need to panic. It should come as no surprise, it says, that commercial bankruptcy filings are up, but the bigger picture tells a different story, according to The Guardian. Commercial bankruptcy filings are on the rise. Big-name companies like Bed Bath & Beyond, Silicon Valley, and Party City. Oh, Party City. And it looks like there are more to come. According to Epic Bankruptcy, a provider of U.S. bankruptcy filing data, reported earlier this month that there are a total of 2,300 bankruptcy filings this past August, which is a 14% increase from the month before, from the month of last year, and a 17% increase from the month before. The U.S. Bankruptcy reported a total of 15,000 bankruptcy in the year ending June 30th, 2023, 23% up from last year. The Guardian says, does this surprise anybody? Well, of course not. Everyone saw this coming. Pandemic funds have run out, inflation remains sticky, the world economy's been running slower this year than the previous, and also American businesses are only starting to feel the effect of the prime interest rate that was 3.25% a year and a half ago and is now 8.5%. Prime rate is usually the base rate for any loans in addition to the bank fees or bank interest that they shall charge. The article continues here, not to panic, even though bankruptcy rates are higher than in previous years and are growing, they're still nowhere near the levels we saw during the Great Recession and other recessions before it. The graphs we just saw may beg to differ, but we'll continue. According to the U.S. court system, fiscal year's total 15,000 commercial bankruptcies is less than 2019. And do any of the big corporate bankruptcies come as a surprise? Well, of course not, according to The Guardian. The Silicon Valley Bank notoriously and insanely wrapped up their cash in treasuries as interest rates were going up. An Econ 101 student would tell you not to do that. However, the Guardian article fails to mention that most banks are designed in the same way. Bed Bath & Beyond's products could be purchased for less online. So online competition hurt Bed Bath, and apologies to Party City. Nobody is in the mood to party this year. Hashtag sad face, right? Of course, bankruptcy is not good news, but unemployment's still low. So there's some bright news there. The article continues with their own personal experience with business owners that they know. The business owners that they know who survive these times are just much smarter than the other people who don't overspend and aren't able to keep up with competition. So I think the moral of the story is if you're good at running a company, you'll stay through these hard times. And if you're not, well, then these people are going to go bankrupt. Some big bankruptcies that are now hitting the transportation sector. Major trucking company serving the Midwest files for bankruptcy after 80 years, leading to dozens of job losses. The trucking company here, Elmer Buckta, hope I'm saying that right, is a transportation company and is the largest bulk hauler in the state of Indiana with over 300 units. Their 200 trucks drive a combined 10 million miles annually. They've been operating again for the last 80 years. Now, the company is much smaller, listing between 1 and 10 million in assets versus Yellow Freight that we saw a few weeks earlier. The Wall Street Journal described the American trucking's largest bankruptcy, referring to Yellow Trucking, revealed that total assets were around $2.1 billion and total debt of $2.59 billion. Bosses at Yellow pointed their finger at the Teamsters Union for the company's demise. Interesting. Now, one of the companies that just hit the news feeds there today is Rite Aid. They've been going through some lawsuits here with the federal government, and also with some declines on online sales. Rite Aid is having some struggles and is now filing for bankruptcies. Now, in the article I mentioned previously, Rite Aid is considered one of those small cap companies, still publicly traded. However, the market cap is only fun fact, or laughing, only 26 million. But that is significantly down from what you saw just a couple years ago. In the past 5 years, is down 98%. But Rite Aid is now planning to close about a quarter of its stores in bankruptcy. Just like The Guardian said, not for you to worry. You probably aren't employed there, and nobody else is probably employed there. And most of these bankruptcies are nothing to worry about. Again, a lot of big news coming through this year. Bankruptcies are on the rise. We'll do a follow-up story at the end of the year to see where bankruptcies have ended the year. But you tell me, what other big names, Bed Bath & Beyond, Party Works, what are some things that you've seen for bankruptcies for the year? And how have those been affecting you? Thank you again for checking the channel out, for watching what you saw. Make sure to like button below, subscribe if you want to see more content, and comment. Tell me your 2 cents on the comment section below. Thanks again, and we'll see you tomorrow.